Hello, everybody. Welcome again. Is other interest related with my video lecture, especially for university students, how to maybe know if it's related with, especially this concern is based on advanced accounting. The same, as we know, my name is Geleta Demera, student professor of accounting and finance, and this part, especially international valuation standard, have around 5 parts. The first part is the introduction part or standard part, how the assets are valued and how the professionals are known and what is the prerequisite that I expect from the students. Please like this video and share to your also your classmates to get other videos that I am going to provide for you. Thank you so very much for attending and liking and subscribing this lecture video. Saying this, I'm going to start with International Evaluation Standard Council. Especially this council is one of the boards that is going to establish issues related with the asset valuation standards. And it is independent and a not-profit organization that is committed to especially its standard related with asset valuation. And especially this is to enhance the asset valuation profession or professionals across the globe. If the profession adopt and know how to value the asset, and if there is reliable and consistent asset valuation is going to be provided by the valuers, the public and the private sectors are going to be just on the asset which is valued by the professionals. Then what do you mean by international valuation standard? This is also the standard which is maybe undertaken to carry out the valuation assignment based on the recognized concepts and the principles. And this is most of the time to enhance the transparency and the consistency of the valuation practice, which is carried out by the valuers. Then, what are the drivers of EVAS? This asset valuation standard is which is known as EVAS, and what are especially the drivers? What make the firms, what make the governments to adopt this asset valuation standards? The first one is the government. The government for valuation of public owned assets. As you know, most of the public government's assets are now on the way come to be privatized. And then to privatize this asset is going to be valued first by the asset valuers. You see. And also the development of international accounting standards like IFRS and IFSAT is one people way or the drivers for to be adopt the asset valuation. And also the drivers of the asset valuation. And also the World Trade Agreement designed to balance the world trade practice through valuing the asset, also one of the drivers of the asset valuation standards. And also, most of the firms now are moving to fair value accounting model, especially. What is the fair market value of this asset today? Not historical cost. As you know, there is inflationary practice, there is inflation. Then what is the fair market value of the asset today? Also, the concern of the professional, the concern of the business owner, the concern of the public sector that also drive the EVAS standards across the globe. The other issue is investment property measurement, occupied property measurement, portfolio measurements are also one of the drivers of the asset valuation. Is benefit of this EVAS. What is its benefit? For whom it is benefit? Why does the valuation for whom it is important? The first one is improving the comparability of financial information. You are compared with the subject property with the comparable property. What is the sales in your neighborhood? What is the assets that you are going to value today is important. In such case, EVAS is also important. So improving the auditability of financial statements. Now, after the financial statement is prepared by the accountant, the auditor is going to carry out audit report, yes. And then The valued asset based on the international standard also is based for auditors to be audits and fair presentation of the financial statement to the interested users. The other issue, the benefit of EVAS is reducing the effects of systematic, because there are different systematic is under receivable risks that is out of the business. If we are internationally using this asset valuation, or if we adopt it, the systematic risk that maybe encounter different business owner is maybe reduced. And then this is also one of the benefit of asset valuation standards. Reducing information costs is also also one issue. And the other issue is international, yes, valuation, standard framework, international valuation standard, general standard, and the EVAS asset standard. This is one. Especially beyond, and there are different standards related to asset valuation. And beyond the standards related with asset valuation, there are frameworks, there are probables, there are underpinning concepts. The objectivity, the judgment, the competency related with the asset valuation. The other is also give us general standards. Especially this is what the general standard to do means that what is maybe the scopes, what is the engagement activities, what the base of valuation, what is the process of valuation, how we report this valued asset to the concerned parties is going to be discussed under EVAS general standard, and it is contents from EVAS 101 to EVAS 105. The other point under this is EVAS asset standards, which is about concepts related with requirements, how to value specific assets, and the standard is under the scope of EVAS 200 to EVAS 500. Then, and let's see especially the EVAS general standard one by one. The first one is EVAS 101 is scope of work or terms of engagement. And the EVAS 102 is investigation and compliance. EVAS 103 is the valuation reporting, and the EVAS 104 is based on valuation of the asset. We see them each one by one. The first one is EVAS 101 is the scope or term of engagement. The asset is being valued, the purpose of valuation, the responsibility for parties involved in the valuation. The valuation is performed maybe for in-house valuation or for maybe third-party valuation. Whether the valuers are going to be give service within the organization or out of the organization. Now the scope is going to be limited in such ways on EVAS 101. This terms of engagement is the agreement between the two parties, the valuer and the client most of the time. The second one is EVAS 102, which is investigation and confidence. To be carried out the valuation of the asset, you first investigate issues related with sufficient and competent evidence through inspection, through any case, through computation, through analysis, through professional judgment, and then also has evaluate, please. Don't take a rumor from other party. As evaluate, you are going to investigate in detail and then going to handle the evidence for valuing the assets, because for the reports you are going to make as evaluator, you are responsible, as you know. Then the other issue and the other concept related with general standard of EVAS is EVAS 103, which is valuation report. Especially this is the end result of the valuation assignment. A report is must be provided especially intended users, and this report or valuation report contain a scope of the work performed, the method or approach adopted during this responsibility. Maybe when we say the methods or approach, of course, I'm going to discuss on the coming session part or part, other part, what is sales approaches are there, comparison approaches are there, cost approaches are there. What type of approach you are using to report to value a given asset, the conclusion you reach and the data report is going to be discussed or reported or issued under UAS 103. The other one is what is our base? Especially this is the nature of hypothetical transaction, the religion and the motivation of the valuers and the clients. You see, the nature of the estate is valued and the availability of the data valuation is based is the advanced 100 or yes, which is based on value, but the value is what it is based on